Hello, our second week meeting on Monday. So far, only Laura is here with me today. Before I talk about week two, we get started. Laura, do you have any thing for me? Question, comment? Uh,
No, no.
okay, cool. I'm sharing my screen with you.
Nice meeting you.
Oh, nice meeting you as well. Our Zoom meetings are designed to help you with in terms of giving you feedback on your work, and if you have questions about your grades or things like that, you more than welcome to speak up during a Zoom meeting and discuss them with me. Okay, so I am now on the homepage, and I'm gonna go to modules. I've graded everything. So far, only half the class did the work. So I'm not sure what happened to the other half of the class. Um, I did my census report already, and I've only dropped one person because that person did not even show up on iLearn. So I needed to drop that person. So everyone else who has been active on iLearn are okay. I haven't done anything in terms of dropping anyone, and I probably won't. So after census date, which is the 26th of June, it would be your responsibility to drop yourself. Okay, so I start now with week two required readings. Remember, we always start with by clicking on modules, right? So go to modules right here, and then oops, this is a different class. Oh, sorry, it's the same class. I got confused. Monday. um, just blame everything on Monday. So click on week two required readings, and right now I would like you to, for this week, start looking at these items, and the ones that are okay for journal number two, which we're working on this week, is the ones in are the ones in bullets up here. So chapter three is okay. The sympathizer, you should start reading it this week and try to go up to 50 pages. This is my recommendation. You can, um, keep up with your own pace. You can read ahead. You can be a little bit behind, but 50-page mark is where we want to be at the end of this week for reading that novel. You can also look at this link here to review MLA formatted paper again. This is in addition to the link that I showed you last week with our Purdue. So this one is okay too. So you can learn how to format all of your papers in this class using MLA, okay? Including the journals, including the essays, and the midterm and the final. So I do expect MLA formatted papers from you. Okay, so you can write your journal number two on that one if you like. You can also write your journal number two on this one as well. Okay, so this is just another reminder for you to look at MLA. And then pre-writing and outlining, we try to follow the writing process. So we start our major essays with pre-write and outline. Okay, so this website, I'm borrowing this website to have you look at how to pre-write and how to outline if you don't know already how to do those. Okay, so you can also choose that bullet to write your journal two on. These slide shares here are sort of like study guides something for you to look at after you have looked at the chapters from our book, our textbook. Okay, so I find that these slide shares are well done, so I thought I'd share them with you. If you don't read the chapters and you go here to look at the slide shares, you might be confused. Okay, so these slide shares are for reviewing study purposes. Then we have these videos to watch, especially what Bruce Ballinger has to say about the personal essay, which is our first major essay to write. This is a formal major essay. The personal essays, I'll talk about that in a little bit more. But here's where you click to see our Bruce Ballinger, the author of the Curious Writer text. This video is a TED on plagiarism, and we do not want to plagiarize our essays. And then a video on does grammar matter, and for this class, you should bet that it does. Okay, so when you're ready, click next. Then you go to the discussions forum. We have more tasks this time, so it's a little bit more points compared to the first one, the week 1 discussions forum. So we have 30 points. Annotating the sympathizer for the purpose of this task, all you have to do is write and post a paragraph. You know, just answer these questions in a short paragraph, and then you get the credit for doing this task. But the purpose of this task is to introduce you to and letting you know that you need to annotate the novel, The Sympathizer, all the way through, because I would be checking your annotation. I'll probably doing midterm and then again during final week. And then again, if you have a question, please don't be afraid and don't hesitate to ask me. Okay, this task here is just respond to those 2 bullets. Okay, just first impression on the novel and the book after you have looked at those further. This one is introduction to the research project and selecting your research project topic. What it is I'm asking for you to think about whether you want to stick with your controversial issue, or there's another research topic that you're interested in, or you can even select a research topic from the sympathizer. Like one of the major issues with the novel is obviously the controversy surrounding the Vietnam War, right? Who's the victor and who's the victim? And whose fault is it anyway? So that is one thing that you can look more in greater depth. For example, of course, you are more than welcome to just stick with your controversial issue, and that's not a problem. But to get this task done, you're going to need to write a short paragraph responding to those things that I have listed there. Next is, this task is a little bit more challenging if you have not read chapter 1. So follow the questions here and respond to these questions. This image, this metaphor is important for most of our essays, except for the research project paper. All the other essays, we are using inquiry-based approach. And if you have read chapter 1 and 2 from the Curious Writer, you should already know what this metaphor means. The personal essay, we're gonna apply this approach, mountain of reflection and the sea of experience. The SlideShares chapters also help you with that metaphor. So if you have not read the chapters, maybe you're looking at these SlideShares first. Will help you out in understanding what this metaphor is all about. And this is part of the task, okay? Pre-writing and outlining for the personal essay. This is just an introduction task to get you started on the personal essay. There's there is a task description page that you need to look at. So this page describes what the personal essay should and should be from you, and it has all the due dates and the requirements down here. So take some time to read this task description, and then when you are ready to get started, you should pre-write first. You should pre-write, excuse me, so that you can generate ideas and come to a thesis statement. Here's this handout more on pre-writing techniques. So when you do your pre-writing, you don't have to do all of these. So you just pick one to do. You can do free writing, and it says here that free write is just writing nonstop for a block of time, maybe 10 to 15 minutes nonstop, meaning you don't stop typing or writing. So that's free writing, and you can choose that to do, and this is an example of that, okay? And when you free write, you should already have read the task description, this one. And then when you do free writing, you can focus on that, and that would be called focused free writing. Okay? Focused free writing is just free writing that you just focus on the task description of whatever essay that you're trying to write. So that's another option, is to do focused free writing. Okay? Then another option for pre-writing is drawing clusters. Okay, drawing a bubble map or a concept map. Another option is asking the reporter questions and answering them. And then you ask your own question as well, or you can do brainstorming. Okay. Some people are savvy enough that they do a combination of these pre-writing techniques, and that's okay. Okay, but to get the credit for pre-write, all you have to do is select one of them and do it, okay, on the personal essay. Then the outline, after you have done your pre-write, then you go to create your outline, and here's a template for an academic essay outline. And you're gonna need to submit your outline and your pre-write to this assignment page, okay? So you click on your end, you're gonna see a submit button, you click it. Once you have the materials ready, and this assignment is worth 10 points. And it falls underneath the pre-write and outline category of our grade, okay? And this is due on Sunday, okay? Both the pre-write and the outline are due on Sunday. Let me talk to you about a bit more about the outline. You don't have to be so detailed, but at least you need to show that there is a structure to your personal essay, meaning that you need to begin your essay with the introductory paragraph, and then you probably need to come up with some body paragraphs, and then a conclusion, okay? This part right here are some ways, 7 ways to create the hook. You would always need to always include a hook for each essay that you write in college. Not for this class only, but in college in general. So creating a hook, you can use an imagery, meaning like a sentence that creates a literary image in your head. Or you can do a quote, you can do a piece of statistic, you can do a controversial statement, you can include an anecdote or ask a rhetorical question, or you can even do a joke, okay, a joke on that. Here are 2 TEDx videos on the great introduction catchers. so that you can realize how important it is to write a great introduction with a great hook or attention grabber. Okay, so that's this assignment here. So they're interconnected. This task is related, will lead you towards this one. Okay. So post your responses to each task listed here, and then once your classmates post theirs, you can respond to them, and that will enable you to earn 30 points. Next is the journal assignment, just the same thing that you did for journal 1, except that you're using week 2 required readings page, and I have already explained that earlier. So required readings here, you go here and then you select one bullet from these, okay? One bullet from those to do your journal number 2 on. Oh, I need to do that in a minute. Hold on, I haven't done that yet. So I'm gonna go now to next, and I've already explained this. Okay, we just talked about this. This is also graded based on completion. So as long as you show me that you can do pre-write and some shape of an outline, I'll go ahead and give you full credit for that. And then that's it for week 2. Week 3, it's when the final draft of the personal essay is due. So you have 2 weeks, starting this week, to work on the personal essay. Okay. So I will start off by this page, watching and reading chapter 3 and viewing the slide share for chapter 3 to learn more about the type of personal essay that you need to write for this class. It's not just any personal essay, it needs to be from Ballinger's chapter 3. And here's a video that he talks about it. And then reading this task description, doing the pre-write next, after you've read this, you have somewhat of an idea. Then you go to the pre-write and the outline. Okay. Then after you have created your pre-write and outline, then it's time for you to draft your personal essay. So step by step. Don't go straight to the writing, drafting of this essay. Start with the pre-write and then go to the outline and then go to the draft. That's all I have for you. What questions do you have for me? Okay. I might not be able to host a Zoom meeting on Wednesday because I'll be flying I'll be on the plane, so to speak. So I won't have a chance to host our scheduled Wednesday at 9 a.m. meeting. But I'll be back tomorrow, and when you have more questions, you're more than welcome to join me tomorrow at 5 p.m. On Zoom and ask your questions. Otherwise, I've gotten your submissions graded. If you have a question on your grades, please feel free to let me know, either by saying back or sending me an email or text message. Other than that, week 2 is pretty laid back still until we get to week 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. That's when things get to be more, things become more hectic, harrowing. Okay, so question, comments? Oh, I forgot about attendance. Okay, well, take attendance, think of questions or comments or anything that wasn't clear to you. Laura is here, Sudeep is here, and Carly. Okay. I haven't plugged in any zeros yet because zeros can be crippling in some ways, mind crippling, that is. So I haven't, those people who haven't turned in their assignments, I I haven't put in the zeros. So next week I will start putting in the zeros, and that will reflect negatively on your grade. But if you've been keeping up, you've been getting good grades, and then that would that should also be a minor boost in motivation, in keeping up with the class. Okay. Any issue for me, guys? No. Are you guys okay? Understand what to do for week 2? It's the reading the novel. If you are confused when you read The Sympathizer, it's perfectly okay to ask me on here on Zoom, or send me a question. Send me an email, whatnot. I find that if you slow down a little bit more and look up words you don't know, that helps. Or if you slow down a little bit more and reread some of the parts that seem confusing to you, if that doesn't work, then just go ahead and plunge on and keep reading. Okay, as slowly that is, and focus, and not just hurry up and get your reading done just because. That would not help you out when you work on the midterm and the final exam on the novel. Of course, the annotation helps, right? Physically marking up the book with a pencil or a pen in hand, or tracing where you read with a writing instrument. That tends to be helpful as well. Another suggestion is, last week I showed you that Amazon has an Audible version for free. So if you find that you don't understand the book, but perhaps listening to it as you read might be helpful. Okay, so use the Audible version to help you comprehend the reading, and so you can't just replace the actual reading with listening. So don't do that. Use the Audible version to help you enhance what you read with your eyes. Okay, so that's all I got, and I'll be processing this recording and making it available under announcements, like I have done for week 1. I don't know if you saw the video, but I put the video for week 1 up here, and it was a YouTube video. So I'm going to be doing this exact same thing for week 2. Probably going to be our meeting today. Okay. If nobody has any question, I'm going to end the meeting, and I'll see you hopefully again tomorrow, if not next week. Good luck with your assignments. I think all of you are doing well in the class so far, so keep it up. Take care.